air plants. Really like this one. There's like 3 little clusters that I got off the $2 table in Florida at the Tropiflora. There's the 3rd one in the back. So moss. I have lots of the air plants blooming that I bought there. So what I'm shooting for is pops. I want pops. These are hanging sideways, which means I can water them and the water will drip off and I don't have to keep moving the plant. The hibiscus tree has bloomed since I got home. Has buds on it. It'll bloom again. Has not been fertilized yet. But it makes it easy to water the air plants because the water falls down to the bottom and waters. So I'm stoked about this one project. I like it a lot. I love it. This multi-trunk palm is my oldest. My most beloved. It was small in a hanging basket. I believe one of the students in student housing left it behind. And I ended up giving it a new home when we first moved here. So when I say oldest, I mean I've been here on this property for 13 years. So I probably had this one about 12 years. 11, 12. I had it out on the deck and burnt it one year, so I don't put it out anymore. The sun was too harsh for it. I just pulled a bunch of leaves off of this one. It's a propagation from my daughter's tree. It's the biggest propagation I've ever done. The name on this is Margarita Bush, and I was looking for this one in Florida, and I couldn't find it. I mean, it's in the landscape everywhere, and it's gorgeous. It's very similar to this palm. Very colorful, more upright growth. So one of my favorites. I hope I can keep it alive. Sometimes it takes me a couple tries because a plant doesn't like its spot. Thai palm, I stopped at one of those huge nurseries in the southern tip of Florida before you hit the Keys. Like, there's just tons and tons of growers in southern Florida. This is southern Florida. Close to Michigan City or in Michigan City. Place is huge and they do sell to the public, but most of the stuff's in big pots. Stuff I'm not going to be able to put in the car. There's a sound of my old humidifier going out. It is so clangy. Humidity and the temperature is the bottom one. That's the greenhouse. The middle one's the overflow area, and the other one's the chicken coop, 63 and 49. So humidity does stay relatively good in this spot where my overflow plants are, and they have light. One window, morning light. So other than that one night where it was 15 below 0 Fahrenheit, the spot did good. That's the lemon tree down at the bottom of the stairs, and it has new growth on it. This lemon tree I seeded myself from a grocery store lemon. And one of the apple trees in the orchard, the biggest one, is also seeded from a grocery store apple. And these are slow to flower, but it's a nice looking tree. These are seeds from Florida. They're 4 years old. They're a tropical lily. Have not bloomed yet, but they are a pain in my butt. This tree I bought for outside at Target, and when I looked the tree up, it shouldn't have been outside. It was like 27 degrees out. So I don't know if it's going to survive. It's going to go out in the greenhouse. One in the greenhouse looks better. It just needs to be moved outside. See if it survived the Target parking lot. I moved these to the top of the stairs. They're hibiscus seedlings, probably 4 years old. They were damaged by the cold. The smallest ones are in the greenhouse recovering. I've taken all the leaves off. When you have a plant damaged by the cold, you should just leave it alone for a month before you do anything, which I did. And I think I've taken all the damaged leaves off of all of them. These have also not bloomed yet. So the things that I seed rather than propagate take a long time to bloom. Hoping this year. I got this orchid as a baby plant 2 years ago in Zephyr Hills at, I think, a Home Depot. Shopping with my dad for, home repair stuff. And my oldest Blue Star passion fruit. And old is not good because these plants only live to be around 9-10 years old and then they die off. So I really should propagate this again. Has new growth, and spring is the best time to water propagate. That's a good idea for the woman with too many plants. We left this lemon tree and my orchid in a hot car for 2 or 3 hours while we went to the beach. I didn't even think about it being an issue, but it was. And, I didn't kill it, and I know better now. I didn't realize how hot the car would get in such a short amount of time. When we got to Florida, it was cold. This is a fun little pot. So things need to be divided and planted out. This is a heat-loving plant, so I can't do anything with that anytime soon. Struggle to find another spot for another plant. It's this stone tree that I got from Target. I brought the other one in. Only time will tell if it survived. Little bare trees are the ones that were damaged from the cold and the overflow. They're carrying air plants. I think I'm going to bring one in. Which one do I want to bring in? This is my big, beautiful lemongrass from last year. I gave it a good haircut and put it in the hot spot. I think it's one of the few things that can handle the intensity of the south side of the greenhouse. The apple tree I grew from seed, I've been cutting this down, trying to keep it short every single year. But it is the biggest fruit tree. The other two I bought. So I have 3 apples. I do not remember what kind of apple it was that I planted the seed from. This one's a Granny Smith. Yellow Delicious Semi-Dwarf. I lost the tag from this one. This one's a sweet though. Honeycrisp. It's my favorite apple. There's another one up top here. It keeps drying out. But it has pups. It's growing new ones. So because the humidity's better in here, it greens up after I water it. But the humidity's better here. This one's been under light on the floor all winter. And it is very happy and healthy. The leaves do propagate. I have a baby one and then I have one with roots. And if I'm not careful, it'll dry out. My hanging spider plants have suffered the most neglect. I keep forgetting to take them down and water them. Last thing on my list. I've been home for 2 weeks. Dripping on my foot, rolling off leaves. So I splashed some water while I was watering the shelf, but you can't water well hanging over my shelf because it drips, right? I don't have like drip trays. I did pretty good this winter, actually, keeping these watered, but this part I like a lot, the little flowers. It starts when winter is still in full swing. And it's just, you know, it's nice to see something blooming. Shrimp plant. Looks good. It did good. I mean, winter. It survived winter, but it also looks pretty darn decent. It's big. It's too big for me to transfer it to the greenhouse right now. The greenhouse is full. And I've just rearranged things to give succulents more light. And to give... oh, what are those? Forget. Absent-minded gardener. They need more room because some of them are getting tall. Survived winter. I mean, that's where I'm at in March. We're getting close to the end of March, and it's about, you know, survivors, thrivers.